Okay, says I'm live, so I'll get kicking. Gave myself a little to-do list of things to mention, the progress so far. Just I'd been fiddling with the data structure to add those hitboxes, and I had repaired that on the grabber dot, the grabber tool that's prepared there. It can load and save there. But recently I've also got it working to load that new structure within this the foot.el itself, the actual game file. So if I do F7, go to the load, there's no load. Um, where's the data? Oh, there was a load. I don't know, maybe I typed it too quick. So yeah, in here it used to just load layers.bin, but now instead it's loading them chunk by chunk. A level 1 background that file, and it kind of increments the pointer to the next free region after that, so it's putting them one after the other in memory. Then after that it loads the player, this one, and then it increments the pointer to load up the next one, the duck, in the next region of memory. And there's a loading of the color palette for the sunset too. That was always there before. So yeah, so that, I know it looks simple here, but it took a lot of effort and iteration to get that working. There are a lot of bugs and things to iron out. And I rue the day I changed the data structure again, because it'll be another bunch of effort to make it work again. But anyway, hopefully it's worth it. So that's here. And it's kind of odd, after doing all that effort, you kind of don't see much of a change in the game. It seems like after a whole bulk of weekend effort, you run the thing and it's like, yeah, I had what I had before. And you don't really get much of a sense of progress when you play with the data structure like this and lose lots of time trying to make it work. So yeah, what you see in the game here is I think what you had before. I use a joystick. Yeah, so no hitboxes are actually functioning as yet. So this is running at the 200 megahertz in ZMU. So yeah, does the duck work? Oh yeah, duck is still working. Good, good. Just checking. All right, so that's good to see. I'll exit out of that, and then um, I think I showed the hitbox sort of stuff um, previously, but I sort of worked my way through all of it now. So if I load the grabber tool, actually I haven't, and run it. Oh, what have I done? Ignore, ignore it now for now. Just load up player.bin. If I draw that up now, if I press F7, I went through all of the player frames at least. So for each of those, I've put the hitbox. They get saved in. So yeah, the hope will be to do that yeah, reading out of these hitboxes. I don't know how far I'll get, but I'll try this. I mean, duck bin is in here as well, but I haven't done it for duck bin yet. So yeah, there's no hitboxes showing for duck bin for now. Yeah, I'm in no rush. We can do that later. Um, so yeah, that side of things, it's ready to be made use of. Um, yeah, another gotcha. I might as well mention that as I make tweaks to the 11 program, the 11 program is getting bigger, and I hit into a ceiling caused by used the Adagram like a cache of these 11 program. The various programs you have here. If I do a directory of all the .11 files that 11 consists of, yeah, and it was the 11.edit was getting too big. It was getting over 20 kilobytes, and it wasn't fitting into that cached area. And it used the cache, I think, as a way of reloading these modules after you've run your program, come back to 11. So that way it won't have to access the disk drive. It can just get it straight from the cache. So yeah, that required a bit of a shuffling, because I would like it possible for any of us to keep growing uh, 11 as we need new facilities and functionality. So I provided this little diagram to say what it was before the attic RAM usage and what I've changed it to. So here was the gotcha before 11 edit was getting bigger than 20 kilobytes, and it was ranging from bank 800 offset 0 to bank 800 offset 5000, and now instead 11 edit can consume 64, or really a maximum of 53 kilobytes. But yeah, it's again starts from bank 800, the start of attic RAM, and can go on for till bank 801. So a whole 64 kilobyte region has been spared for it. But I think the maximum a basic program can be is about 53 kilobytes. So um, yeah, I've made those. And the same for 11.parse. That's gone up from 20 kilobytes to 64 kilobytes, so we can grow that as well. I think the others like settings, tokenized, but they're pretty small, and I don't see them growing too much for now. But if in future we want them bigger, yeah, we can do another adjustment of 11 to make that happen. And other things to mention. I've documented inside 11's README file. I might as well just demonstrate how to get back to the README file, because I remember when I started out using 11, I'd read the README file when you initially load up 11, and then I'd forget how to get back to it. So if I go to 11, so if you ever want to go back to the README file, just press F1 and type README, and it has Ubica structured it like with labels itself, but the labels here are more used like as a navigation through the document. So stuff I've added about the attic RAM cache use, if I press F7 and just go to the top and bottom, you can use like the left key and the right key. That's a quick way to go to the top and bottom of this list of labels. So you can just press enter on the last one, attic RAM cache usage. And here I've described the same thing like you saw before in Discord, and the way things are structured now with the attic RAM cache usage. And in case you're interested, there's also information that Ubik left here about how bank 4 is used, with some special variables he keeps in there, so that when it jumps back to 11 from your program, it can sort of know where it was at. So some little bits of bank 4 towards the end of bank 4 get used for things like that. So yeah, good to know. I'll go back to the yeah. Oh, and the whole reason for wanting to make 11 edit bigger was in the last thing in the last stream. I was just planning on making like this Alt Z key to navigate to the label under the cursor, and yep, that now finally works. So after increasing the cache and tweaking 11 a bit more. So as an example, I'll load foot.el again, the game, and if we were to sort of have a little browse of this one, I had to go somewhere. Where would we have it? Yeah, the main. And so if I bring the cursor, Control W, and then I press Alt Z to look at init vars, and off we go. We're at init vars, so I could browse this, study it and so forth, and press Control O whenever I want to go back to where I was before. So Control O, and I'm back at the main with loop. And maybe after init vars, I want to look at show title, Alt Z, show titles here. I can have a read of that, be satisfied, and Control O back. Maybe next I want to look at gameplay, so Alt Z, have a little read of what gameplay is. It consists of a few GOSIBs itself, so I'm tempted in future maybe having like a chain of these history points like other editors do, but right now it doesn't have it. So if I was to Alt Z in here, get user input, I could Control O back, but another Control O won't take me back to the main loop. It'll just go back. It's like a toggle between two history points for now. But maybe in future, if this becomes more and more of craving for me or others, I'm sure we could add like a history of past locations too. But yeah, it's a good thing to have. I'm happy it's here. Just makes studying past code a bit easier. And oh yes, a new feature in 11 I added was saving out the mapping between the 11 variable name and the optimized variable name. What I mean by that, I think I left an example in Discord of this, is sometimes when you run your program after compiling it, you're going to get these errors, and you can type help and it'll highlight the part of the code which was responsible for the error. But these are all the optimized variable names, and you won't know like what is A, what is C, what is O. And so at the end of these code, like I now get 11 to save out the mapping of such the between the two. So if I was to break out of here and let's say load foot, and if I were to list it, maybe I'll go to yeah, towards the ends of the listing, maybe I'll go full screen. You can see here that all of the long variable names of 11, like data address, equates to optimized address. I put this between colons just to make it easier to find using the find command. And the max frames variable in 11 equates to the optimized variable B, frame address equals C, and so forth. So yeah, that way if you have an error that pops up when it's running and you want to say what the hell is this, then yes, you can type things like that and say find I use the /colon what is A /, and I said okay, A is data address. Maybe I want to know what is C. I can say find C is frame address, and so on. That way you can quickly decipher where what this thing was meant to be. And here I've decided this equates to data address equals frame address, frame index. So then you can go back into 11 and start searching for, equals frame address, frame index, and you can kind of go, well, I can't find it. Maybe I've changed the name since then. But yeah, a quick way to sort of jump back into the 11 source and find where this error stemmed from. So yeah, that's the hope with that. Anyway, sorry for the long progress report, but quite a few nice things happened. Trying to make use of hitboxes. Actually, how much time did I kill with that progress report? About 10 minutes. Alright, so maybe 10 minutes of trying to make use of the hitboxes within the game. I probably won't get terribly far, but my hope here was if I could make use of that DMA test program I wrote before. If you recall, like I press F1, DMA, was it box? No, sorry, box test, not DMA test, box test.l. Here I did that sort of bounding box, sort of collision testing stuff. And I was wondering if maybe I could borrow some logic from here. Maybe even just a drawing of the boxes might be nice. And also this might demonstrate, let's say, copy pasting a handy function from one program you've written and pasting it in another. So I don't know, maybe this is a nice thing. I'll go yeah, escape M. Maybe I'll go all the way down here. Here I'm in boxtest.el and press C, and then I can then press F1 and go back to foot.l project, and maybe I can paste it towards the end perhaps. I don't know where a good place to do it is. I'll put it in here. I'll do escape P to paste. Yeah, and presto, we've got the two new functions that we've borrowed. And yeah, it's nice to be able to do things like this finally inside BASIC. Yeah, in Commodore, I don't think we've ever had this luxury. So yeah, it's a nice feeling when it works out in your favor. So yeah, okay, boxes, draw box. So now, yeah, I think I'd be content if I can just find a means to, let's say, draw the player. He was up here, but draw him with his boxes turned on, just as a way of debugging. So you go draw Petsky frame. So I can use my new Alt Z. Draw a Petsky frame. Okay, so we're reading in the X, Y, width and height in these lines. And then for now we're skipping over the hitbox stuff, but maybe now we can start reading them. So how to make use of this? Yeah, okay. It's gonna be, let's say, GoSub, what was it called again? Draw hitboxes or just draw boxes? GoSub draw boxes. Maybe the logic will be a little bit different to what it was before. As the data address plus the hitbox offset location. Okay, I just have to make a memory of that. Maybe I'll just borrow one of these lights to remind myself. Go to draw boxes, so I'll go to draw boxes, Alt Z. And so our logic will probably change here. Um, so here they're using data address. Maybe now I'll use pointer equals data address plus form offset. Starting to crave if I could do Alt Z on defines. It'd be nice, but presently I haven't got that logic in, but maybe one day. So for now, I'll just press F7 and go to the offsets. And so we want to go to the hitboxes. Form offset hitboxes, this one. Okay, form offset hitboxes. So that'll take us to the start of the data with the hitboxes. And actually, maybe how have I arranged them? Oh, I put head, torso, feet, attack like that. Um, yeah. Could I make use of these offsets? Maybe for now I won't bother and just say there's 4 of them in a row, starting from this hitboxes offset. Yeah. Okay. So how would I like to do it? Maybe I could say for k equals 0 to 3. Next. K. I think I've got a k, I'm not sure. So x1 equals peak, say pointer plus 0, I think. X1 peak, because they're all in a row, so I guess they'd be one after the other in memory. Peak, pointer plus 2, peak, pointer plus 3. Oops. And yeah, draw the box, that's fine. And then pointer equals pointer plus 4. Skip the 4 that we've draw box. Guess it's drawing it straight onto the screen. Maybe that's good, maybe that's bad, but it's a start, I guess. I think it's going to draw one frame because it's not drawing it into the sort of off. How do I put it? The off-screen buffer. It's drawing it straight to screen, so it might draw not exactly the frame that was being flipped to, if I can put it like that. But at least we might get some indication. Did it work or didn't it work? Ah, and it probably hasn't taken into account the XY offset where the play is being drawn at. But that's okay. At least we'll see. Does it work? Doesn't it work? Ooh, there's an error. Unresolved X1, Y1. Okay, we don't have these things. I can add them. F7, Petsky variables. I don't know how many. I've got so many. Declare X1, Y1. Okay. X1, Y2. I'll build F5 again. Probably something else is missing too, but let's see. Build syntax error, help. I can't see what it's complaining about. Is it a typo or somewhere? Equals 0 equals 0 to 3. Oh, the 0. Oh, that's right. It doesn't like the, yeah. Oh, this, well, anyway, it's good that this happened. 11, for some reason, is a bit finicky with the number 0 in its maths, and I think it prefers to just put a dot in its place or something like that. I'll try a dot and see if it's any happier. If not, I'll just get rid of the plus 0. Yeah, yeah. 11 is finicky with 0, I think. I think the idea is to replace it with a dot. I think that's the workaround. I don't know why. I think Big left a comment in the code. It had something to do with a Microsoft bug, but I don't know the full story. Nope, still didn't like it. Yeah, I think it still is that BA plus dot. If that's the case, oh, what is BA? BA is a big number. I'm just going to get rid of the plus zero. I think that's the culprit. Or I could be wrong. Maybe it isn't the culprit. Yeah, so... Or maybe I have to do like point zero instead of zero on its own. No, oh, well then I was wrong. There's some other line it's upset by. List 146. Oh, it's a genuine typo. B equals A plus 4, but then there's no, yeah, what's happening there? Or is this a different line this time? And why doesn't it show the red? Doesn't it normally help 146? Okay, well let's do our find BA. BA is pointer equals A plus 4. Okay, oh yeah, that's the addition. Then 4 equals, okay, what's U? K is U. Alright, K equals 0 to 3. And you can see, alright, anyway, what's with this CHR? Anyway, let's go back to the code. I think it's the draw boxes. Okay, yeah, indeed, there is a, I don't know why, okay, basic 65 usually highlights theirs in red when you type out. Okay, maybe 0 works. Alright, let's put 0 back, I'm feeling lucky. It probably doesn't. Okay. Okay. Oh, alright, there is a hitbox there. Wow, it's really crippled things by drawing it. I don't know why. Okay, that's not so good. Oh, and I guess there's no logic to sort of say if there's no hitbox, then don't draw anything. But it could be that I'm just peeking in the wrong place too. I feel like I should be in the right place. Who knows? Maybe I'm not. X, X2. Yeah, that feels right to me. I guess draw boxes. Where did we come from with draw boxes? I just have to go to start and search for draw boxes. By that point, did we have like an XY for the player? I think we did. Yeah, the overridden XY position are in frame X, frame Y. So I could potentially go back. Lost my place there. Um, and say each of these can add frame X plus frame Y plus. Yeah, it's not essential, and I think there's some other issue at play anyway. Frame Y. Which equals point plus 4. Loop, 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 loop 4 times. Oh, 147. Oh, that's clearing the whole screen because I borrowed it from that other program. So I don't need to clear the whole screen each time. So maybe that's why that's happening. Okay. And if I run it again. Yes. And the longer these builds take, and this is despite the 200 megahertz, yeah, the longer it takes, the more I'll start craving that Rust port. So this will motivate me to get back to that. But anyway, that's the price you pay if you try and build something ambitious and long. It's going to take a lot to build. All right, there's something being drawn. Doesn't seem perfect, but it's something. Okay. Um, I'll check the time because this is, I'm kind of expecting this. There'll be issues and things to iron out. And if it's taking too long, I'll do that in my own time. Started then. Alright, yeah, I think I'll kill the stream for now. I think it's gone on too long. Yeah, and I'll just debug that. But at least we got some indicators that something's happening. Alright, that's all for now.